忘れるわ。
未来のパワー、三菱パワー。サステナブルブル。頼れる 2K。父は週末キャンプに出かけ、好きな道具を詰め込んで。いい顔してる。三菱 2K クロススペース始まる。
今日からサポーターの数も増えて臨むホームゲームです。改めてタイトルへの思いをお願いします。
Bueno, sobre todo ofrecer un buen espectáculo, que el equipo muestre lo que es capaz a nivel de juego, a nivel de presión, de intensidad, que la gente que nos viene a ver se lleve un agradable, bueno, pues un buen espectáculo, que disfruten el partido y sobre todo, pues obviamente que nos vean ganar. Ese es un poco lo que queremos para hoy.
我々がまずはいいプレーで、攻撃のところではいいプレーを見せていき、そしてディフェンスでは激しくインテンシティ高くプレスをかけていくところ、そういったところを皆様に見てもらえればというふうに思っています。なので我々としたらそうですね、そういったプレーを見てくれる方々が楽しんでもらえるようにやれればというふうに思っているので、そういうふうにしていければというふうに思います。
期待しています。どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとう。
レッズには9月このスタジアムで敗れていますが、リベンジもかかるゲームだと思います。ポイントはどういうところでしょうか。
はい、リーグ戦では、完敗でした。しかし私たちもその敗戦から多くのことを学びましたし、今日は、その学びから、全員で一丸となって攻守に、成長した姿を見せれるように頑張りたいと思います。タイトルを獲得するチャンスというのはなかなか訪れることもないですし、今準決勝ということで、この2試合をしっかりと勝って、2017年の優勝した感動をもう一度セレッソファミリーの皆さんと分かち合いたいと思います。
期待しています。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。
そこに人のスポーツの素晴らしさがある。スポーツは新しい世界の扉を開く。
A very warm welcome to the Saitama Stadium, where you join us for coverage of this evening's J.LEAGUE Levain CUP semi-final first leg between Urawa Red Diamonds and Cerezo Osaka. Both of these teams have actually lifted the trophy in this very stadium within the last 5 years, and they'll be seeking the chance to emulate that achievement, with the final set to be held here again at the end of this month. A win here this evening on what's a fairly warm and humid evening in Saitama would give both teams a really good chance of managing to do that. Some excellent attacking talents on display for both teams, so we could well have an entertaining clash here. You may well, if you're joining us as part of the international audience, recognise this stadium, which was used in the 2002 World Cup. There's the Urawa Red Diamonds lineup. They make a wholesale 7 changes from a 5-1 thumping by Vissel Kobe at the weekend. Only centre-back Alexander Schultz, Yuichi Hirano, Koya, Yuruki and Ataru Isaka keeping their places. Highly rated young goalkeeper Zion Suzuki comes in goal. And top scorer Casper Junker is back in the starting lineup. The Dane coming in up front as Yoshio Koizumi, the scorer at the weekend, drops to the bench. You can see there we have a full panel of officials, including the video assistant referee, who could well be called upon. As for Cerezo at the weekend, they lost 1-0 to Oita Trinita, and they make 5 changes from that game. Coming into the team are Riku Matsuda and Yusuke Maruhashi in the full-back positions. Hiroaki Okuno comes into midfield, and there's a new front two compared to the weekend of Mutsuki Kato and Hiroto Yamada. Both of those players scored, you may have seen in the highlights earlier on in the broadcast, against Gamba Osaka. Cerezo overcame a 1-0 first leg defeat to win 4-0 in the second. They breezed through to this stage. As for Urawa, their path to this point of the competition was fairly dramatic. They managed an away goals triumph against runaway league leaders Kawasaki Frontale in the quarter-final round. But it took goals in the 87th minute and the 5th minute of stoppage time to secure that triumph. Join us now in a moment's silence. As we prepare for the game. And both of these teams gathering in a huddle. Both of these teams will be relying on perhaps the more experienced heads today to give them a bit of guidance. It's Alexander Schultz there. Casper Junker. To Yamada, you saw. Of course, wearing the captain's armband for Urawa is Tomoaki Makino, who's an experienced Japanese international. Been at this club for 8 years now. As we kick off here. Interestingly, Adam Taggart, the Australian striker for Cerezo Osaka, is yet to feature in this competition. He's not even on the bench today. There's the man who's fast becoming a fan favourite for Urawa Red Diamonds, Casper Junker. Nishian Makino just playing it across the back. As Urawa trying to settle into their passing game. You can see, though, they're not going to be given a moment of peace, as Cerezo will employ a high press throughout this game, you would expect. Of course, as you would guess by the name, the Urawa Red Diamonds are in the red shirts, going from left to right, and Cerezo are going from right to left. Kubo started on the right flank today, and then dropping deep is Atsuki Ito. He's the one with the dyed blonde hair that you can see. Well, now out on the left with Yuruki. And he's just penalised. Sakamoto hitting the deck there. Both just trying to settle into a bit of a rhythm here in the early stages. Urawa Red Diamonds, they've looked quite secure at the back recently until that thumping by Vissel Kobe at the weekend. Always easier when you boast a talent like Andres Iniesta, as Vissel Kobe do. And that's a nice passage of play here from Urawa. A few options up front, just trying to find Casper Junker there, did Okubo. To come inside from the right flank, but the hosts settling into their early pattern of play here with aplomb. And that's exactly what Ricardo Rodriguez, the boss, wanted to see. He said it's our job to go out and give an entertaining performance here. And they've won an early corner. Just went over a little painfully there. Federico Matsuda. Just trying to run that one off. Don't think there will be any lasting concerns for him there. Stadium's far from full, but definitely plenty of atmosphere. You can hear the percussion in the background. And it's certainly Urawa Red Diamonds who've started off with the better rhythm here. It's going to be Okubo with the left boots to swing this one into the penalty box. Oh, maybe not. He's played it short. Gives himself a better angle for the cross. Manages to dig that out, and it's met in the air by Makino. The captain getting forward, and he's done that quite a lot this season, and to good effect as well. Does have 3 goals already this season, and it was his goal in the 5th minute of stoppage time against Kawasaki Frontale. That means Urawa Red Diamonds are here. They're competing very much on 2 fronts. Kawasaki, as I did say, are the runaway league leaders, but plenty of Asian Champions League places up for grabs, and it's very close competing for those. Urawa right in the mix for that. Cerezo in mid-table. So in terms of achieving a bit of glory this season, this probably represents the last chance for them to make this a truly memorable campaign. That was Maruhashi with the cross there, but far too close to the highly rated young goalkeeper, Zion Suzuki. He's not first choice here for league games for Urawa, but he's getting plenty of reps in the cup, and you can see why. He's a talented shot stopper and good command of his area for a young player. Substitutes for Urawa just listed on your screen there for any of you who can read Japanese, and there is some talented figures in there. Beg your pardon, that was the Cerezo substitutes. You can look out for Yoshio Koizumi and Takahiro Sekine, who are both talented operators should they get the chance to take to the field today. Ball this time. Urawa do like to mix it up a little, whereas Cerezo, the identity traditionally is to play out from the back. And they've won a free kick there. Smile on the face of Yamanaka. And just put his arms on Yamada there. Cerezo Osaka do traditionally have one of the best academies in Japan. Takumi Minamino and Shinji Kagawa among the talents to have played for them in the past. And they've recently got back one of their former talents, a man who made his name at the club in Takashi Inui. Played and scored for Japan at the 2018 World Cup, a successful career in Germany and Spain. He's recently joined from Eibar, back at the club where he made his name. Good opportunity to get across in here. Instead, though, Kato goes back. Cerezo just trying to construct the attack a little more methodically. It comes to an end. Possession one high once more from the visitors here, though. And that's a good ball into the area. Few options to aim for. Ball swung back across by Maruhashi. He's certainly getting forward plenty in these early stages, the left back. Looks fresh and full of energy. And he is again. Switched across by Seiko. This is better from Cerezo. Just overcooked that pass a little. And now Okubo will take his time and goes back to Nishi and then all the way back to Suzuki for Urawa. He switches it across to this left-hand side. Thought there was just a little too much curl on that, but kept in well by Yamanaka. Makino and Schultz at the back. And now Ito loves to drop in to that half-back midfield position. Under pressure there. And she goes back to the keeper. And Urawa just happy to build out here. Bit of a collision in midfield, but the referee lets play go on. And now it's back out with Okubo now in this right hand side. He's got a bit of room to create. Does have supports behind him in Nishi. Fullback coming inside and it's worked all the way across now towards Yamanaka, but it was a heavy pitch. Hirano does well to keep the attack flowing for Urawa. Definitely had the better of these early exchanges. Okubo has looked very lively. Inside and Ito keeps that going. And then the pass to try and break the lines, just as too much on it. Yuichi Hirano does have the ability to play that kind of pass. Ito is a player that a lot of Japanese fans think is someone on an upward trajectory. His career could be going places, as is the young goalkeeper. Both of these teams do have history in this competition. Cerezo have won the competition once, more recently than Urawa in 2017. Urawa have won it in 2016. In 2003, they finished runners-up on 4 occasions. Another semi-final between Nagoya and Holders FC Tokyo will also be contested this week. Ball into the middle and Junker's there! And there's the opener for Urawa Red Diamonds, and it is their diamond in the pack. The ace, Casper Junker. What a hero he's becoming to these home supporters. Lovely finish. Timed the run to perfection. And Urawa, who have settled the better of the two teams, have got their noses in front. And it's Junker unsurprisingly. Ball was delivered from the left, you can see it's well onside. And the finish was unerring. That's his 14th goal in what is just his 25th appearance for the club. And plenty of those have been from the bench. They've not all been starts. He is a man who is making a real name for himself in the J-League. And that also makes him now the competition's top scorer. In this competition, that's his 4th goal, which puts him in front of anyone else. So, that's the gauntlet thrown down to Cerezo now. Need to try and offer a bit more in attacking areas. They're going to do anything. But he was the danger man identified in the scouting report before the game, undoubtedly. And so it's no surprise that it is Casper Junker who has given Urawa Red Diamonds the lead here. And as if those drummers in the stand needed any more incentive to make some noise, they now have it. Just overcooked that pass a little. You can see both defences happy to come out from the back. That was Schultz coming forward there. Ball switched over to Maruhashi here on the near side. But once more, Cerezo giving up possession all too easily. Of course, this is a two-legged affair, and away goals do count in this competition, so it's far from a killer blow in terms of knocking Cerezo out. And he did, of course, come back from a 1-0 deficit in the previous round against Cerezo Osaka. To win 4-0 in the return leg. So Urawa Red Diamonds know there's still plenty of work to be done here. It's the perfect early start for them. Here's Sakamoto, though. Is it back to Nishio, who's one of the impressive young centre-back pairing that Cerezo Osaka have, Ryuya Nishio and Ayumu Seko. That partnership is the regular partnership at the back for the visitors. Maruhashi plays it long. It's being chased down by Takashi Inui. Home fans quite pleased with the defending they're seeing from their team. Well closed down there. This could be another platform for an attack for Urawa. So Kubo slips the ball in, and Ito was breaking forwards. That all came from Isaka's closing down. You can see there, Okuni did go over, so it is a free kick for Cerezo Osaka. Started the season well, Cerezo, playing probably above expectations. Traditionally a club that's mid-table and sometimes bouncing between the leagues in terms of the top flight and the second tier of Japanese football, but their form did tail off due to their Asian Champions League commitments. Fighting on too many fronts, I think. Atsuki Kato trying to make a nuisance of himself. Never troubling Suzuki though, that. If you are a newcomer to Japanese football, you will notice there are certain stylistic quirks that are a little different from what you may see in some of the mainstream European game. Sometimes games can be nice and tactical and quite intriguing, chess match-like affairs. There's been a very good tempo to this one early on. The only real goal-scoring opportunity we've had, though, dispatched expertly by Casper Junker. Nice switch of play. Now, Daigo Nishi has some space to run into. Out wide now with Tomoaki Okubo. Very much left-footed, playing on that right flank. Atsuki Ito drops into the right back position with Nishi advanced. And you can see confidence very much soaring through the veins of these Urawa Red Diamonds players now. Very patient, and most players now camped in the Cerezo half. Akio Kogiku, the Cerezo coach, just asking his team to drop a little deeper, not leave any gaps. And you can perhaps see why. Balls towards Yuruki. Back out to Yamanaka with the cross. Couldn't find the intended recipient. Got more pressure from Urawa. Makino. Nishi. Just under a little bit of pressure. Plays it across to Alexander Schultz. Atsuki Ito. Good ball. Kubo. And Nishi with a lovely switch of play. Patient from Urawa Red Diamonds. It is a nice style of play they employ under Ricardo Rodriguez, manager from the north of Spain. Did manage Girona in his homeland, but most of his managerial career has been spent in Asia, spells in Thailand and Saudi Arabia. Oh, that was a bit risky from Suzuki, the goalkeeper. Audible gasp from the crowd here. The youngster very much from the modern skill of goalkeeping. Slight trip on Junker there, did keep his feet, but Ayumu Seko still penalised. Seko under pressure. Plays it to Nishio. And that's nice work from Matsuda to break out of defence, but can't quite find the pass, and that's been the problem for Cerezo Osaka so far. Whereas Urawa Red Diamonds are playing some really neat stuff in all areas of the pitch. And there's bodies forward here once again. Arriving a little later than he usually does is Casper Junker. You can see him lurking at the edge of the box. And Urawa are in no rush to just throw balls into the box. They're taking their time and trying to do this a little bit more methodically. Trying to pull Cerezo out of position. Seko. It's across to Matsuda. Riki Harakawa, the number 4 there. It's an important figure in the middle of the park. He is the one when Cerezo are at their best who really sets the tempo. Maruhashi gets that forward and just caught the heel of Hiroto Yamada. I think it's safe to say that the hosts very much have a strong grip on this game. Not the best pass that time. Cerezo need to try and find a way to get Takashi Inui more involved in the game, and the front two. Urawa going about their business with assurance, and that was a late tackle. Ryosuke Yamanaka on the end of a sore one there. Mutsuki Kato perhaps just getting a little frustrated with the lack of service. And that was a challenge born of impatience, and you have to say, deserved yellow cards. Don't think Akio Kogiku will be too chuffed with what he's seen so far from his team. On the other hand, Ricardo Rodriguez will be safe in the knowledge that his team has gone about their business with a real purpose so far. Seven changes, but it doesn't seem to have disrupted things too much for Urawa. Happy to send the fullbacks inside at any given moment. Hirano penalised for the foul, and Cerezo take the free kick quickly. Can't really make anything of it, and now for a change there's some time for a Yumu Seko to step out of defence. And now Harakawa plays it across to Matsuda. Sakamoto does have runners ahead of him, but Urawa are well positioned. You will have noticed, incidentally, if you're one for the tactical nuances of the game, that both of these teams playing in a 4-4-2 setup. Nice to see that formation coming back into football more and more these days. And it's Cerezo win a corner. It was a good run by Hiroaki Okuni. And then Yamanaka making the challenge to put it behind for a corner kick. Decent team from set pieces, Cerezo Osaka. One corner each so far. Urawa Red Diamonds chose to play their shorts. Cerezo do. Into the box, and it's punched by Suzuki. It seemed to be the perfect type of ball that you could have grabbed there. Elected to punch instead. No harm done from an Urawa point of view. Yuruki just dances into traffic though, and here's a chance for Cerezo. It's Kato. Plays the ball across. Yamanaka. Now into the box. Matsuda has the chance. Should maybe have played the cross first time. He had a better angle at that point, but he's won another corner kick for Cerezo. They're just coming back into the game a little now. Great overlapping run from the fullback. Hirano there was there to close down the danger. So what can Cerezo produce here? In from Yamada. That was just beyond the diving head of Seko. Back into the box. Suzuki comes out. It's not all too convincing from the goalkeeper. He was under a bit of pressure but did enough. And now a chance on the break for Urawa Red Diamonds. It's Junker. And he's won a throw-in for his team. Just caught a little there from Takashi Inui. And the experienced Japanese player over to check that the young Red Diamond star is okay. Here's that goal from Junker. Lovely ball in. And when a striker is confident, they take chances like that with complete assurance, and that's what he did there. Perfect finish from Junker. As we stop for the mandated drinks break. It's his goal that's made the difference. And what a difference he is making for his team. Very much engaged in the process. These two teams did meet in the league just a few weeks ago, it's worth pointing out. Urawa won 2-0 on that occasion. That was back on the 18th of September. If they could replicate that today, it would put them in a very, very good position to make the J.LEAGUE Levain CUP final. That man there, hoping to hoist the trophy aloft. Does cut an intense figure on the touchline, does Ricardo Rodriguez. Joined Urawa Red Diamonds after guiding Tokushima Vortis to their first ever J2 League title last season. This has been a better campaign from the Red Diamonds, no doubt about that. Harakawa. Seko seeing plenty of possession. And Nishio now plays it forwards, but just trying to be a little too cute, Cerezo. And once more it's this left flank where Urawa Red Diamonds are having a lot of success. Okubo, the right winger, all the way over there. And that leaves space for Daigo Nishi to go into. Now Ito plays it back to the defence, and Cerezo use that as a chance to get their defenders further up the field. Quite condensed in the middle area at the moment. Nishi. And Atsuki Ito once more. Makino. Ito. And then a foul on Tomoaki Okubo. Miki Hirakawa. The man penalised that time. You see Okubo, by his metrics there, slight figure, but a gifted technician. Nice to see a big smile on the face of Ryuji Sato, the referee. He's been fairly good-natured, barring that one challenge from Kato so far. Been played in the right spirits. Both of these sides do have good disciplinary records compared to some of the competition. And there's one of the real selling points you feel of the J-League is the sporting integrity of the competition and the spirit in which the game is played. Reflective of Japanese culture as a whole. Very respectful. Forward from Makino. Couldn't quite hold that one up. Osaka there. And now at the other side, Kato tries to find Yamada. They're just playing themselves into trouble this time, Urawa Red Diamonds. Plenty of bodies forwards here for Cerezo Osaka, but they can't find any of them yet. And then that was the right idea to keep the impetus in the attack there. From Ryuya Nishio. He just overcooked the pass. Just wonder if Akio Kogiku is thinking a little about a few changes yet. Nishi. Kubo. Nice work from him, and then played into the path of Osaka. But just too much on it from Hirano. You can tell though that Cerezo do feel under a bit of pressure. Kim Jin-hyung, the goalkeeper, Korean goalkeeper, just played that straight out of play. That can only be as a result of the intensity with which Urawa Red Diamonds are playing, you feel. Either that or he just miskicked it quite badly. Schultz picks up possession again for Urawa Red Diamonds. Now it's back over with Nishi and Ito. Seen a lot of the ball. Making sure Hirano just gets a bit of a touch. The central midfield pairing. Switch sides for Urawa temporarily. Oh, and that's lovely work by Yuichi Hirano, and he has support on the left hand side. That pass just a little behind Yuruki. But now another chance to cross. And that's just beyond Yuruki. It was in fact Yamanaka on the overlap. Yamanaka doing most of the running out wide left. Ball forward here now. And Kato has it. Another misplaced pass, and that's been the story of this first half for Cerezo. Here's Junker. Lovely work from Junker. And Osaka's through here. Oh, but he's just got it caught under his feet. Now uses his strike partner. Junker strikes, and it's over the top. But Ataru Osaka will be feeling that if he'd got his control right here, just needs to take one touch out of the feet. And he has the defence on the back foot. Instead, he stepped back inside, and that gave the defenders a chance to recover. Casper Junker showing off his creative side that time. Does have one assist to go with the 14 goals he now has. 10 minutes to half-time, and you have to say Urawa Red Diamonds very much value for the lead that they have. They were undefeated in 11 games in all competitions before that thumping by Vissel Kobe at the weekend. Plenty of changes today, I think born of the fact that this was a cup game and obviously the nature of the reversal at the weekend. And they do seem to have dusted themselves off and put that behind them quite quickly. Nice switch of play. Sakamoto uses Matsuda. Arakawa. It's back to Sakamoto. Now Nishio across to Seko. Now the ball's with Maruhashi. Nice flick by Kato. I'm just struggling to get Takashi Inui involved in the game in any great way. Here he is though. And that pass takes a fortuitous bounce. And that's a lovely shot from Yamada. The nutmeg first, the shot second. And then a good save by Zion Suzuki to keep the scores level. I did say the youngster was a good shot stopper. But how about that from Hiroto Yamada? Hasn't had a great deal of service in the box tonight, but just put that through the legs of Makino. And then the youngster preserving his clean sheet with a good save. Just signs though that Cerezo do have the ability to get in behind Urawa Red Diamonds. This is the area of the game where Zion Suzuki is less confident with high balls into the box. Need to try and exploit that if you're Cerezo Osaka. Ball's back in, and this time it's handled confidently by young Suzuki. It's funny with young players, sometimes they just need to have a moment where they excel themselves, and that imbues them with a sense of confidence for the rest of the game. And that save from Suzuki could perhaps have that catalytic effect. All forward from Harakawa. Sakamoto. Switched from Matsuda to Seko. And Cerezo just feeling a bit of a vibe, you feel here, in the ascendancy in this game. Kawa lays that off. Matsuda. Can the visitors get back on terms before half-time? That is the key question. Arakawa's robbed, but does well to win it back. That's good energetic midfield play. Then one loose pass sees that spell of possession come to an end. And that's sensible from Zion Suzuki. Just taking the time to let the ball rest at his feet and allow Urawa Red Diamonds to calm down. It's been the best spell of the game for Cerezo Osaka though in those last few minutes. Schultz is back across to the skipper Makino. Too much on that one from Suzuki. Nice switch of play across here. Maruhashi wins the throw in for his team. Real intensity on the face of Ricardo Rodriguez. He seems to be having a deep think about things. His team do still have that one goal lead. Takashi Inui played his way into trouble there. He's closing down to try and win possession back from Okubo. He felt he kept that ball in. Makes that point to the officials. Kubo has had a decent game on that right flank for Urawa Red Diamonds. Lovely pass there to Nishi from Hirano, who was running all the way back. Now here's Atsuki Ito as Urawa Red Diamonds tried to get moving in the right direction. Yamanaka. Plenty of options forward here, just need to find them. Schultz displays it back to Hirano. And Suzuki. Kino. Hirano is taking his turn, doing what Atsuki Ito was doing a few moments ago, dropping deep and trying to make things happen. He's playing a few more direct passes like that one that's just found Casper Junker. And here's Nishi. Ito tries to find Junker again, but that was well read by Ayumu Seko. Free kick. This one by Kato. Just clipped there by Ito. Don't expect to see a great deal of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Nishio with a nice pass out to Muruhashi. And this is a good run. Lovely defending in the end though. Coming back from Ito. Balls forward toward Junker. No flag against him. Obviously timed that run excellently as well. Now plays the ball across. And the control just lacking that time. From Koya Yuruki. Inui tries to catch out young Zion Suzuki. I think that's indicative of maybe the frustration that Cerezo Osaka are feeling at the moment. There is a player on the field that you would say is capable of pulling a big lob like that off, would probably be Takashi Inui. 2 minutes added on then. Urawa undoubtedly the happier of the two teams at this halfway stage. Schultz leaves it to Ito. Nishi thought about taking on his man, instead plays a cute little pass into Okubo. Now Junker just stopped at the edge of the box. Nishi, Okubo, now Ito. Ito carrying the ball with purpose here, finds Junker, has options in the middle, and that's a good blocking challenge from Seko, but Urawa come again. And Okubo with the efforts. Just curling in off his left boot, but just not curling with quite enough speed. Ricardo Rodriguez will be happy, and he'll be even more happy if his team can make this second corner of the game pay off with a second goal. Be the last action of the first half, you feel. In comes the ball, and it's dealt with by Seko. Or cross, maybe. Trying to find Okubo. I'll go back to Kim. And there is the half-time whistle. Urawa Red Diamonds, good value for their leads. And Casper Junker, the man that most people, you imagine, would have fancied to be the first scorer, is the man who delivered it across from the left that he took first time and just dispatched it in the back of the goal. Classy finish from a classy player. And Urawa Red Diamonds lead at half-time in this J.LEAGUE Levain CUP semi-final. Half-time score, Urawa Red Diamonds 1, Cerezo Osaka 0.
それでは YBC ルヴァンカップ準決勝第1戦、各地はこのようになっています。
So a very warm welcome back to the Saitama Stadium for the second half of this J.LEAGUE Levain Cup semi-final between Urawa Red Diamonds and Cerezo Osaka. It's the hosts Urawa who lead by a 1-0 at half-time. Casper Junker with a fine strike in the 12th minute to give the hosts the lead here. And in the other J.LEAGUE Levain Cup semi-final between Nagoya Grampus and FC Tokyo, the hosts lead in that one as well at the Toyota Stadium. Nagoya Grampus scoring through Yoichiro Kakitani in the 17th minute. So both of these games going on concurrently. First leg matches with the second legs to be played this weekend. And then the cup final itself to be contested in this very stadium at the end of the month. Which of these teams will have the mettle to make it through? That is the big question. Urawa Red Diamonds with their noses ahead at the moment. Oh, and an early chance here. Ball towards Junker. Maybe trying to feed him a little more quickly in this second half. Ricardo Rodriguez, the coach, perhaps with a word. Junker feeds that back and does go down in the box. No semblance of a free kick being awarded. But that's a frantic first 30 seconds of this second half. First half was played at a fairly calm tempo, but evidence that we're perhaps going to see the ball moving with a bit more pace from Urawa Red Diamonds in this second half. And yet again, they get it forward quickly. Here's Yuruki. Back heel there. Now he's back with Yuruki. Can he get a delivery in? Cuts in instead. Maybe thought about the shots. Ball now picked up by Okubo. Goes down wanting a free kick. Doesn't get it. Has a tug on the shirts of the opponent, Harakawa. Cerezo, though, lose possession again. Entertaining start to the second period, it has to be said. Natsuki Ito just trying to inject a little calm into proceedings. And Schultz. Just played that across the back there. Made a very good save in the first half. Cerezo's best chance, which came when Hiroto Yamada backheeled it, nutmegged Tomoaki Makino. And then produced a very good save from the goalkeeper. Here is Makino, the ball across now to Okubo. Ito. Skipper just under pressure once again. Leon Suzuki taking no chances. Plays it long and plays it out of play. It's from both Japan and Ghana. Suzuki. Left a foot in. That time. Did Nishio. Confident young defender in all aspects of the game. You do feel there is that partnership between him and Seko. A real positive future in that area of the team for Cerezo Osaka. Mid-table team very much this season. Urawa Red Diamonds on course for a place in the Asian Champions League. Cerezo Osaka were in the Asian Champions League this season. And ended up being eliminated by the Korean team, Pohang Steelers. It's hard when you're competing on so many fronts to keep that consistency in the league campaign. Here's Daigo Nishi. That's a nice pass. Ito plays the ball across. Yamanaka's arriving. It's Ryosuke Yamanaka. Cross then played deep into the far post. Too deep, beyond Kim Jong-hyun's goal. Yamanaka wants to use the extra help that was arriving from deep. Maybe should have swung it in himself. Decent ball forward, lead off. Harakawa plays out wide. And just not managing to make it stick up front. Cerezo here. 5 minutes into the second half. Attempted flick there. It was from Yamanaka. If Cerezo can get out of here, even with a 1-1 draw, that will represent a very good result that gives them a good chance in the second leg. That said, Cerezo Osaka actually playing their better football away from home at the moment. Which, not very common. Just 1 win in their last 5 games. Yamanaka making a dart forward here for Urawa. Ryosuke Yamanaka with the cross. And then Casper Junker had the chance, but it was just a little behind the big Danish striker. Perfect was the timing of the run and the pass from Yamanaka. The cross, though, just behind the striker this time. That does look to be a live wire connection. Did find the space inside the box, did Junker. And you definitely wouldn't bet on him adding to his tally. Top scorer in this competition now with 4 goals. Nice switch of play there. Seko just trying to get Cerezo moving in the right direction. Picked up now by Sakamoto, who plays it back to Nishio. Manuhashi plays it inside. It's lead off by Yamada. Manuhashi carries on the run, gets it back. Chance to deliver a cross, he drills it in low instead of getting elevation on it. I'm not sure he made the connection he wanted to, but it's back into the penalty area. Urawa Red Diamonds just taking a few chances with the clearance. It's then heavy from Junker. But a chance now to break for the hosts. Cerezo managing to get bodies back. Okubo, oh, he just overcooked that. That was almost the perfect pass from Tomoaki Okubo. The right idea, very much so. Suda lays that back. It's back out to this left-hand side. Inui picks the ball up. Can't quite make anything happen for Cerezo Osaka. He would be the man you would look to, probably. Yellow card shown there. Clear body check by Inui. Don't think he can have any complaints. for that one. Of course, team selections for both of these teams also influenced by the fact that players are away on international duty for various countries. Is a factor worth bearing in mind. Did mention Adam Taggart earlier on. He's one example of that. One of the Australian figures who's a protagonist in Japanese football. There have been a few of them over the years. Many fans from Scotland will be aware of the exploits now of Ange Postecoglou, the former Yokohama coach, who's now at Celtic, of course. Here comes Cerezo. Just a few signs the visitors might be making something happen here. Maruhashi with the cross! And that thunders off the crossbar. And it's that left flank which is providing all of the danger for both teams, really. Here they come again. Yamada at the edge of the box. Now Sakamoto. Good combination play. Cross in! Oh, and it's the woodwork struck again! Twice in quick succession, Cerezo Osaka have struck that crossbar. Urawa Red Diamonds are on the ropes here. Another chance to cross. Inui, who's roving around the field, causing all sorts of problems now. Here's the first opportunity. Kato, bang, off the bar. From Maruhashi's cross. Absolutely no chance for Suzuki in goal, by the way. And then there's the second attempt, also off the crossbar. Cerezo Osaka, unlucky not to be level, you have to say now. Encouragement though for Akio Kogiku in the touchline. Sakamoto. Kato's ahead of him. Instead he goes back to Matsuda. And there's that switch of play again. Well read this time by Daigo Nishi. This is a very, very evenly poised game now. Urawa Red Diamonds do have the lead. And there was an opportunity for Junker in the box, just came behind him. But now that Cerezo Osaka have thumped it off the woodwork twice, you imagine Ricardo Rodriguez will be trying to G up his team. A goal for the visitors would weight the tie in their favour, with the away goals rule being enforced, of course. For it to finish 1-1 here and then 0-0 in the second leg. That would mean Cerezo Osaka progressed. Just wonder how much they're going to rue those missed opportunities, though. Missed opportunities. Yamanaka trying to engineer something on the far side, and you can see now, beginning to look to his bench, Ricardo Rodriguez. Among those coming on is Takahiro Sekine. Who's launched in towards Junker. Kubo. Played out by Cerezo. Maybe Urawa, who have the Spanish coach, but Cerezo's name actually comes from Spanish Cerezo, which is Spanish for cherry tree. Better pace about the football from Cerezo Osaka in the second half here. Ball forward, it's misread. And now a chance for Kato to cross. Great defending from Nishi coming in for Urawa. Harakawa keeps the attack going though. Ball back in. This time the header is by Schultz. Maruhashi causing all sorts of problems now though. It's going to be Takahiro Akimoto and Takahiro Sekine, and also Yoshio Koizumi, who was the Urawa goal scorer at the weekend, all coming on. Just making note of those substitutions then. You can see it's Tomoaki Okubo and Ataru Osaka who are going off for Yoshio Koizumi. And Takahiro Sekine, the other sub, sees Tomoaki Makino off, and Akimoto takes his place. So 3 changes for the hosts, and you can see why. The game, the stranglehold that they had on it, has pretty much slipped away. There's Koizumi, you can see, with the bleach blonde hair. Definitely has goals in him. Sat in the back, the Urawa are trying to prevent them at the moment. And there's another cross into the box, met by Kato. Danger every time Cerezo come forward. It was Sakamoto with the cross that time. Once more Kato got his body shape right. Now Red Diamonds just need to try and get things back on an even keel from their perspective. An hour gone. Just over an hour. Now in Saitama. Launched long. Matsuda just appeared to be caught there. Both players stretching for the ball. I'm not sure how much there was in that in terms of intent, but certainly a sore one on the ankle for Riku Matsuda. Back up and moving again though. Suzuki, calm under pressure. Not so much in the case of Schultz and Yamanaka pulling out of defence. Hiroto Yamada had that chance in the first half for Cerezo Osaka. Schultz got away with that one a little bit. And here's Koizumi. Good creative force in the forward areas, stretching for the challenge that time. It's picked up by Harakawa though. Now Sakamoto. at the moment, it's very much the visitors who look the likelier team to score. Referee Reiji Sato, with his pleasant demeanour, you have to say. Just having a word with Koizumi there. Urawa Reds were good value for their lead at half-time. But the way the second half has gone, you have to say Cerezo Osaka would perhaps be due an equaliser. Games don't always go how they're expected, though. In terms of expected goals, it is one of the more misleading statistics in modern football. In fact, I did see from one of the data compiling agencies that Vissel Kobe had less than one expected goal at the weekend, scored 5, and Urawa Reds had considerably more than 2 expected goals, scored 1. So read into that what you will. Well read defensively that time. And that's calmly played by Yamanaka. And here's Koizumi. Just halted in his tracks. They had plenty of bodies forward there, the Urawa Reds, and that's left a space that Sakamoto can go into for the visitors. Ball across! And there's the equaliser! And it's Hiroto Yamada. Had a chance in the first half, was denied by Suzuki, but there was absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper this time. 1-1, and it's Yamada who equalises Junker's opener. And you have to say Cerezo Osaka do deserve that based on how this second half has gone so far. Easiest of chances. It came from the gap that was left. The forward run from Ryosuke Yamanaka left the space for Tatsuhiro Sakamoto to go into. And then the ball across took the goalkeeper and defenders completely out of play. And Hiroto Yamada has a goal. Just his second of the season from the 21-year-old. So all back even here on the night. And in away goals terms, Cerezo Osaka now in charge of the tie. And they look to be in charge of this game as well. That strong footing that Urawa Reds had in the first half has completely evaporated here. Ball forward, on, denied by Suzuki. Another chance for Kato again. And Urawa Reds are all over the place here. Just have to try and hold on at this stage. It is in fact. Ball in from Matsuda. And Koizumi wins a free kick. Just clarify a case of mistaken identity. The substitutes. Tomoaki Makino has stayed on at centre back, and it was Akimoto who came on at left back for Yamanaka. So that means it was also Akimoto who left the vast chasm of space which was exploited by Sakamoto to cross for the equalizer. Here's that chance for Kato. Makino managed to get something behind it in the end. And I think this drinks break will come at a welcome time for Urawa Reds. Zion Suzuki's been called upon more than once to make a save here. And Ricardo Rodriguez is just going to have to try and get a message through to his team that will allow them to re-establish the foothold that they had in the game, because Cerezo Osaka were dominating things here. There you can see Sakamoto's ball across. And it is Akimoto who just fails to get close enough. Joy for Yamada. And he has looked the likeliest player to make something happen for Cerezo Osaka. Does seem to have some leadership qualities, young Zion Suzuki, always talking to his defenders. And that man there certainly does. And they're going to need all of Tomoaki Makino's leadership qualities and Casper Junker's prowess in front of goal if they're going to come out of this game with the win that looked like it was on its way at half-time. And that was a bad clash in the air. Just making sure that the bodies on the ground are okay. But the composure seems to have gone from Urawa Red Diamonds pretty much completely here. It's a high foot from Yuruki. This one earns him a yellow card. Sore one in the face for Hiroaki Okuni. I'm sure he'll live to tell the tale. Crowd trying to do their bit to get the hosts back in charge of this game. Sakamoto plays it to Matsuda. Now Inoue with the cross, and it's flicked on and just beyond the post of Zion Suzuki. Look dangerous every single time they come forward. Sakamoto, a bit like a Kubo in the first half for Urawa, coming in off the right flank to deliver a cross with the left boot, and doing so dangerously. Another change for the hosts. Shiruki going off, having just picked up a booking, and Tatsuya Tanaka comes on. So Ricardo Rodriguez has already used 4 of his substitutes now. Suzuki plays that away. Can only find a Cerezo player. Here come Cerezo again. Few options in front of Kato. Referee almost went to the deck there. Managed to keep his footing well. Here's Kato. Oh, thumps the bar again. 3 times the woodwork's been struck by Cerezo Osaka now. Ball given away now, and for the first time Urawa Reds have a chance to launch an attack of their own. It's been a while. Hirano plays it out to the right hand side. Few bodies forward here. Have to try and take advantage of it. Cerezo Osaka have hit the woodwork 3 times and scored an equalizer in this second half. Here's Sekine. We'll get a second chance at it. Plays it back to Akimoto. The new look left flank. Koizumi turns but can't get the shot away. And now Cerezo Osaka come again, and it's they who are carrying the ball and playing with confidence here. Free kicks awarded. Takashi Inoue had the confidence to step past a few players, and there's that thumping shot. Capital let fly. Real pace and venom in the strike. Comes very, very close. Does have 10 goals this season. That was nearly number 11. That's not the only chance he's had tonight. And for the first time this evening, Akio Kogiku is going to look to his bench. Front two who will be making way. Going to be Hiroto Yamada and Mutsuki Kato who come off, and on come Jun Nishikawa and Riki Matsuda. So can the new look front two combine early here? Chance for Nishikawa, just crowded out of it. It goes back to Sakamoto. Nishikawa, a lively player, was being watched by Barcelona scouts at one point, so a real talent, no doubt about that. He's stayed wide here. The attack just comes to an end this time. Matsuda though gets the ball back and the crossing opportunity. You just cannot predict the next twist or turn in this game. 13 minutes left of regulation time. And that header, not the best, did put Kim into a bit of a position. But he has dealt with it. Both of these teams now throwing everything at it in terms of trying to win this game. Ball forward, and the cross comes in. Oh, and it's miskicked as he arrived in the area by Tatsuya Tanaka. Ricardo Rodriguez shouting "Vamos, vamos" on the bench, trying to get his team doing the right things, and that was almost a chance for the second goal. In fact, it probably does go down as a good chance because he timed the run really well. Akimoto got the cross in. Tanaka arrived on scene, cutting in from the right flank, and just got the finish wrong. Almost in complete contrast to the cross from the left-hand side that was so superbly dispatched by Junker earlier in the game. It's Urawa's turn to do something. Urawa Reds, who you have to say are probably quite lucky not to be behind in the balance of play in this second half now. Trying to make a few things happen. Fascinating game, it has to be said. Both Riki and Riku Matsuda on the pitch now for the visitors. Few bodies running forward there. None of them could be found. But this is a driving run from Harakawa. And he's won a corner for his team, Riki Harakawa. Cerezo Osaka will feel that they've done enough to come away from the Saitama Stadium with a win today, based particularly on this second half performance. This is the first corner of this second half though. Doesn't beat the first man, and that's a disappointment as far as the visitors are concerned. It was Koizumi who cut it out for Urawa Reds. Kim Jin-hyun goes out short to Seko, who goes for the more direct approach this time. Suzuki though reads that well. And here's Atsuki Ito. How little we've said the names of Ito and Hirano tell you exactly the story of this second half. They dominated the game from the deep midfield pocket in the first. They've not been able to in the second. Different type of game now, though, it has to be said. Sekine wanted a throw-in. Instead, it goes Cerezo's way. That was played short, but instead Koizumi's picked up, works his way into the box. Here's Sekine, goes down. Ball won cleanly though by Cerezo Osaka. And both of these teams now look like they could get a winner here. Good driving run this. And ball reeks for Akimoto. Now Sekine. And it looks like Urawa Reds have just settled it back into their style, into their verve a little. After a sustained, I would say 20 minutes or so, maybe even half an hour, where there were flurries and flurries of Cerezo Osaka pressure. They got the equaliser and they've hit the woodwork 3 times. Just wonder how pivotal that could be when all is said and done at the end of the second leg. Very, very competitive tie this. Proper J.LEAGUE Levain CUP cracker at the Saitama Stadium. Just under 7.5 minutes left of this one, plus whatever's added for stoppage time. Schultz plays it forward. Koizumi manages to get it further forward, and here's Junker! Lashes the shot away, but is denied by Kim Jin-hyun. Just a man that Urawa Reds would have wanted to find in a little bit of space at the edge of the box. Seeking goal number 15. And anyone who followed his career when he was in Norway as well will know that this is a man who knows where the goal is. With Bodo Glimt, averaged a goal a game pretty much. Delivery into the box, and it's too close to Kim, and that's a disappointment. Does have more quality, Yoshio Koizumi, in those situations than he showed there. This match is there for the taking. Well won. Now Sekine. Nice work from him. Finds its way to Koizumi at the edge of the box. Teases a cross in. Brilliant save by Kim. I think the flag was up anyway for offside. Tanaka again. Cutting in to create the opportunity. Run was too early anyway. Good save with the feet regardless from Kim Jin-hyun. It was that Suki Ito, in fact, who'd got all the way forward. In fact, he's finding himself in those positions, tells you a lot about the pattern of this game in the second half. Takashi Inui is off for Cerezo, and Haruki Arai is on. Visitors fancy their chances. Into the final 5 minutes now. Both managers have now shuffled their pack. Can the substitutes, or one of them, make a telling contribution? That's well won by Akimoto. Now Sekine plays it short, and that's a great pass by Hirano. And then now it's into the path of Junker. And support arriving. Cross maybe just a bit of a tired one. Good applause from the supporters for that attacking action. It's very well defended, and it bounced back up off of the arm of Junker in the end. Lovely work from Hirano and Koizumi to get Junker scampering through on goal. Very, very good game at the Saitama Stadium. It's now reaching its climax. Aquino gets that one out wide. Tanaka. There's Nishi. Now the chance to roll forward. Ito now plays it back across on Schultz. Schultz just upended there. Launched forward, the header on is well cut out. I think everyone just needs a bit of a breather at this point. Riku Matsuda is the man who's laying prone on the turf. Akimoto goes highest. Just, I think, fouled the opposition fullback as he did so. Looks like Matsuda has suffered an injury to the arm. Ryosuke Shindo is the remaining defender on the bench. Should Cerezo Osaka need to use one? This kind of fits the template that we've seen with Cerezo this season, where they've struggled against some of the teams that they've perhaps been expected to defeat, and then against some of the more successful teams in Japanese football this season, They're producing some of their best performances, and that's been the case once again today. Yoshito Okubo is the man who's going to be called upon. He replaces Tatsuhiro Sakamoto, who can take a bow. He'll be credited with the assist for the equalising goal. Goes on to see if he can find the winning goal. Has 8 so far this season. A 9th would surely win the first leg. Suzuki just with a heavy touch. I think he was calmer. A lot of the fans in the ground there, and he was rushed into taking his kick. Both of these goalkeepers haven't been scared to do a bit of the sweeper keeper role, with defences pressing really high and condensing play in that middle area. We enter stoppage time now. Is there going to be a winner at the Saitama Stadium? Here's Koizumi. Lovely twist from him. Manages to just about get the ball through to Ito, who's venturing further and further forward as this game goes on. Suzuki plays the ball out from defence. Forwards, but well read by Matsuda. Riku Matsuda. Riki Matsuda is at the other end of the pitch for Cerezo, trying to find a goal. And just being a bit more direct in the past few moments as both teams seek find that winning goal. That's been the nice interplay, and then getting it wide. That has been the main route to success for both of these teams in this game. Can they engineer another opportunity of that ilk in what remains of the game? I'll make it 3 minutes and 20 seconds or so. Ball now with Takehiro Sekine. Short. Urano to Koizumi. And moves across here. Nishi plays it out wide. Nishi gets it back. Junker lurking with intent near the penalty spots. Koizumi. Urano. Now Sekine again. Sekine tries to play it in cutely, and instead plays a ball that's very easy to take for Kim Jin-hyun. And now Cerezo Osaka have plenty of bodies forward. It's a 3-on-2 if they can move this quickly. Just dwells on it a little. Cross, dug out, but can't find the Cerezo man. Fair play to Urawa Reds. They got a flurry of bodies back into that box. Now Koizumi has it, and Koizumi finds Junker. Junker onside, running at the defence. Goes down in the box, Casper Junker. He's grabbing his leg. And the referee is going to go to VAR for this one. Just waiting to hear in his ear. Ryuji Sato referred it to VAR. Let's have a look at the replay. Koizumi has been finding space in the hole, and he's produced a couple of these types of passes. He is a creative player, and the word is no penalty. He's refereed the game very, very well, Ryuji Sato. He's shown yellow cards when he should. He's not gone to VAR when he doesn't need to, and he's allowed the game to flow with pace and to be played with a bit of panache. And that's exactly what you want. Just over a minute left. Urawa Reds have possession. Do they have a winning goal? That's the question. short by Makino. And they are trying to go through the phases here. Can't take too long about it. Once more, early shot just trying to catch out Suzuki. Doesn't work in this occasion. It was a Kubo that time. Now it's played short. It's forward from Hirano. Can't quite make it stick. Here's Koizumi though. Koizumi plays it in short. Hirano. Back to Koizumi. Out to this far side. Can the cross be dug out? It's pulled back to the edge of the 6-yard box. But it was a Cerezo jersey that was waiting there. About to complete the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Last chance probably for Urawa Reds here to get an attack. It's towards Junker, but there's not enough on it. And goes down in the box. Referee's still not blown up, you know. Good fighting at the end there to try and produce something. What a game this has been. Schultz it was all the way forward. And once more, the referee's gone to VAR here. Always smiling is Sato the ref. Schultz. There was a slight tug on the jersey, not enough to give a penalty kick. It would be a very surprising decision if that was what was decided by the officials. Based on that first phase of play. He then just tries to hold it up here, the defender. And we're just seeing a replay of that. So much going on for the officials to have a look at, because it has been such a fantastic second half to this game. Here's the header across. And just trying to see if there's a handball there. Well, that's interesting. Jun Nishikawa is back and the ball bounces up onto his arm. Silence around the stadium. It's almost eerie as we await the referee's decision. Confirmation that there's going to be no penalty. Ricardo Rodriguez looks dumbfounded. And the final whistle was also blown by Ryuji Sato. Brilliant game of football. Slightly strange ending there with the VAR. But it was a very, very entertaining game of football. Casper Junker put Urawa Reds in front after 12 minutes of the first half. Fantastic finish from across. First time bulleting into the net. And then in the second half, Hiroto Yamada scored not long after the hour mark for Cerezo Osaka, who also hit the woodwork 3 times. The crossbar rattled on 3 separate occasions in that second half. But they couldn't find the winning goal. Neither could Urawa Reds. So it's Cerezo Osaka who have a slight advantage on away goals as we head towards the second leg of this J.League Levain Cup tie at the weekend. The final score here at the Saitama Stadium is Urawa Red Diamonds 1, Cerezo Osaka 1.
見事な同点ゴール、セレッソ大阪山田選手です。1点を追うという、難しいゲーム展開でしたけれども、どういう思いでフォワードとしてピッチに立っていたでしょうか。
そうですね、もちろんゴール取ることをまず前提に、入りがでもちょっと悪かったんで、最初1点ちょっともったいない形で決められてしまったんですけど、うまく後半チームとして立て直したことで、自分も点決めれてよかったです。
ゴールシーン振り返ってクロスバー連発、なかなかゴールが奪えない中での見事な同点ゴールでした。どんなシーンだったでしょうか。
ああいう時大体結構自分的にもなんか調子崩したりとかいう時あったんですけど、うまく立て直せたのでそこは良かったと思います。
全体を通してリードされながらも選手全員が焦らない、そんな雰囲気が漂っていましたけれども、チームの認識としてはどうでしたか。
そうですね、前に J リーグですごいここでボコスコ行かれて嫌な思いしたので、今日はやっぱその借りもありましたし、そうですね、うまいことアウェーで 1-1 で終われたのは良かったと思います。
さあ次はファイナルをかけて10月10日中3日です。ホームゲーム、どんな試合にしたいでしょうか。
絶対勝って、決勝に行きたいと思います。
楽しみにしています。
ありがとうございます。
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。
セレッソ大阪小菊監督です。まずは第一戦1対1というスコアでしたが、90分を終えて今どんな心境でしょうか。
はい、アウェーで、アウェーゴールを奪って勝ち点1ということは、私たちは、ポジティブに考えています。
そう、しかも1点同点になった後、次々とその逆転ゴールを狙うような、そんな選手投入がありましたけれども、どんな思いで選手交代カードを切っていたんでしょうか。
はい、もちろん、勝ちに行きましたし、勝って終わりたかったんですけれども、約1ヶ月前のリーグ戦、完敗して、前半も非常に厳しい内容でしたけれども、後半彼たちの躍動パフォーマンスに私自身も感動的でしたし、次のゲーム必ずホームで、サポーターの後押しも、受けることができますし、必ず勝って、ファイナルに進みたいと思います。
改めて4年前のファイナル経験している選手もだいぶ少なくなってきました。その中景色をという思いはあると思いますが、いかがでしょうか。
いえ、本当にこのタイミングで取らないと、またチャンスがいつ来るかわからないですし、感動をもう一度、全員で、セレッソファミリー全員で、共有できるように頑張りたいと思います。
今日のゲームを踏まえて次の中3日10月10日のゲームはどういうところがポイントになるでしょうか。
はい、やはり後半のように、やはりもう人に、バトルする、球際で勝つ、それを連続する、そういったところがキーになると思います。
選手の雰囲気はいかがでしょうか。
いえ、もう本当に、勝てなくて、残念な気持ちもあるとは思うんですけれども、勝ち点、1アウェーで、取れたということは、アウェーゴールも含めて、ポジティブな内容だったので、次に向けて、またしっかりと切り替えたいと思います。
次のゲームも期待しています。
はい、
お疲れ様でした。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、ありがとうございました。
絶対王者が圧倒的な力を見せつけた2020シーズン。あれから1年、ますます激しさを増すチャンピオン争い。